I like this a lot. I think it makes the most sense. I like the fact that you're not that you're giving you're adding speed, which is kind of what you're trying to build your offense around, but you've also got a little bit more size now and a player that can actually be a proper number one receiver. I like the idea of a player taking a little bit of pressure off Daniel Jones, making Daniel Jones not be amazing and try to raise the players around him and letting him just play. So I'm excited about that.
Preach. TJ.
As a Giants fan, I'm very excited about the pick. We've needed this guy, and like you've been saying, just give Daniel Jones a number one, see what happens. Worst that happens, we cut bait next year. We got a number one receiver for a quarterback. From a fantasy's perspective, he's probably not going to have a very good year.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I honestly, it's not the offense. Like Dayball clearly could support an elite number one with Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen, and that was a pairing. Now the question is, like, Daniel Jones he proved 2 years ago that he could take a team to a playoff, and he was good. I mean, we were discussing Isaiah fucking Hodgins as an option for fantasy football early on last year because he played so well with Daniel Jones. So, like, Daniel Jones is propping up a guy who got cut from another team. Like, and so it would be nice to have an alpha who's like, I'm gonna lift you up now, and then everybody else around that. Now I think Wan'Dale Robinson is never gonna see double teams. He's gonna have all the single coverage he needs. Guys like freaking Darius Slayton and Jalen Hyatt on the outsider speed guys, vertical guys anyway. Now Waller's the big question mark. Does he retire? Does he come back? But like, honestly, I will be taking Daniel Jones every single draft in the last round.
I don't know that I am. I think Nabers is good, but I just don't. I'm not convinced this is going to be like an immediately Daniel Jones and the offense is suddenly perfect. I think they still need to add a little bit more quality. It depends what happens in the next couple of rounds. If the next couple of rounds are right, then I think it's going to work. But I think this is better for Nabers than it is for Jones in isolation.
As long as it was him or Odunze. But, hey, maybe Daniel Jones is just going to feed him the ball and we're all wrong and Nabers has a pretty good year. I don't think Waller's coming back. I don't.
I agree.
He's getting divorced, okay? He's upset, all right? Give him time to heal, TJ.
He's got CTE, bro. That don't heal.
Oh, But the Waller thing is the problem with Waller was that we put all our cards into a guy who clearly couldn't stay healthy the previous year or two. And then sure enough, he doesn't stay healthy again. And so, like, last year, like, building an offense around a 30-year-old tight end typically
with bad hamstrings.
Look at Travis Kelce, of course. I can't say it can't happen, but it didn't seem like the most logical thing to do, especially with the most recent 2 seasons before that. But I just you already invested so much money into Daniel Jones, and if he was garbage, he wouldn't have taken the Giants to the playoffs and won a playoff game. Garbage quarterbacks do not take teams with, by the way, none of us can sit here and tell us 2 years ago the Giants had top 10 receivers and a top 10 offensive line. They did not. They had bottom 16 on both of those. Easy. At the receiving core could be bottom 5. Like
2 years ago was smoke and mirrors, though. They beat a couple of bad teams. The Vikings were frauds.
I get what you're saying, and I understand what you're saying, but you cannot sit here and call Kirk Cousins a good quarterback when he lost to Daniel Jones. Okay? He lost to Daniel Jones. Head-to-head, they lost. So, I mean, like, Jones won the playoff game versus a quarterback who we view as a starting asset, a good quarterback. So, this is it, though. Like, if Nabers comes here and Daniel Jones sucks, fine. I now know that Daniel Jones sucks. I've said this from the beginning. I want to know for sure that he cannot play with good talent around him. But until you see the good talent around him, this whole thing doesn't make any sense. What's the point of giving the guy the money and not investing in the players around him? You gut the defense if you have to do it, and then you support the talent. Like, look at the Bills, what they did. They're like, Josh Allen showed flashes, they bring in Diggs. Okay? Jalen Hurts shows flashes, they bring in A.J. Brown. Okay? And those guys,
you add that number one to take them to the next level.
Stupid. The only concern is going to be, what if Daniel Jones is just mediocre and now you've got a really expensive contract?